So there's a lot of talk about how to get clients with, email outreach and outbound prospecting and Instagram DMs and LinkedIn and this and that. But there's no talk about how to generate inbound leads for your agency and inbound leads who are pretty much already sold. And to be honest, it actually contributes to a really big client acquisition source that we have at Bax Consulting, which is content marketing. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can sign clients through using content marketing for your agency to, as I say, to sign clients, but also to generate inbound leads who are already sold. And this works whether you're at 0 a month, whether you're at 10K a month, or whether you're at 50K a month. It works at every single stage. And so in this video, as I say, I'm going to show you exactly how you can leverage content marketing to sign agency clients. And I'm also going to actually show you behind the scenes of this YouTube channel's analytics to show you really how powerful it is to create content for a specifically defined audience that resonates with them, that provides value to that audience, and which obviously ultimately creates a demand for your service. I'm going to show you the analytics of my YouTube channel, and I'm also going to show you behind the scenes on some of the content that I post on Facebook to generate agency clients. Now guys, I can promise you that there's no other videos on YouTube that cover exactly what I'm about to show you step by step in this video. So all that I ask in return is that you take a split second out of your day to go ahead and smash the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. It hugely helps out with the YouTube algorithm, pushes my videos out to more people so that I can help more people. And with that being said, let's jump straight into the training. Now, for those of you who don't know what content marketing is, I do want to explain and dig a bit deeper into why it's so powerful. Now, you guys know I'm all about value and utility on this YouTube channel, and I promise you're going to get a lot of both value and utility from this video specifically, but I do want to just quickly touch on what it is and why it's so important. So first things first, content marketing, what is it? It's basically a strategic marketing plan, right? Which entails you delivering valuable, consistent, relevant, and useful content to a clearly defined audience. Now, what's that audience? What does all that kind of jargon mean, right? Basically, it entails you creating content for a clearly defined audience. First of all, who is that? It's going to be your ideal client, right? If you own an e-com agency, which I highly recommend you should, right, by this point, or whether it's a local lead gen or whatever it is, it's about creating content for your ideal audience. Now, what does your ideal audience find valuable? Because that's one of the key things to content marketing, is that it's valuable and it's useful, right? It's not just some sort of hollow value. It's not just a video of you subtly bragging or flexing, right? How much money you made last month or whatever it is. No, it's not about that, right? Because to be quite frank, nobody cares about that. They want, everybody wants like what's in it for them, right? And so that's why, for example, this YouTube channel has done so well completely organically. Now, content marketing can be both organic content marketing, and you can also fuel it with paid advertising, which is what I do for the agency. And I'm going to show you all of that here in a minute and how that really ties into real world application. But this YouTube channel is entirely organic, okay? And it's because I provide valuable and useful content to a clearly defined audience. Now, why does it work so amazingly well? Like, why does content marketing, if you get it right and you structure it in the right way and you really deliver to that target audience who like the back of your hand? This is slightly higher concept. It's part of Centurion Agency, or it's a sector, right? It's a slither of Centurion Agency, and kind of how we go about generating clients. As I say, we fuel our content marketing with paid traffic, okay? So it's slightly higher level stuff, but I don't care. As I say, whether you're at 0 a month or 10K a month or 50K a month, doesn't matter. This is still going to apply to you and you can still leverage it. So why does it work so amazingly well at attracting ideal clients? Well, it's because it follows the most powerful human law. This is literally been proven, right? One of the most powerful human laws on earth, right, is the law of reciprocity. Now, what does the law of reciprocity mean? In its most basic form, what it basically states is that if you do something nice for me, I'll do something nice for you because I feel obligated to, because you initially did something nice for me. That's literally what it states. And it's one of the most powerful laws in human nature, okay? Full stop, hands down, period, right? And that's what content marketing follows. That's exactly what it is, basically underpinned by that law. And basically how it works, as I say, in the real world is that, you provide value, you provide useful insights, okay, to an audience, whoever that may be, whether it's, for this YouTube channel, obviously it's for you guys who are agency owners who are, anywhere from 0 to 20K a month, and you want to ramp up, right, to the next stage in your growth. Whether you're at, 0 a month, you want to get to 10K a month, 10K, you want to get to 50K a month, 50K a month, you want to get to 100 a month, right? That's the audience for this channel. Now, you can do it outside of the channel as well for your agency. So whether that be for a real estate agent, if you're in the real estate niche, whether it be for an e-commerce brand, if you're obviously in the e-com niche, right? And the reason, as I say, it works so well is because you provide useful insights to that audience that they can take and actually action on, because we're providing real value here. If you're going to do this, you're going to do content marketing and you're going to do it where it's just hollow stuff, you're not really providing stuff, you're just regurgitating other people's content and it's just not that useful, then it's not going to work. But when you get it down packed and you kind of give like a lot, right? You kind of, quote, as the quote states, give away the farm. It works so amazingly well. Now, kind of a caveat to that a lot of people, I hear this all the time, is that aren't you afraid of people just taking your advice and running away? Running away with it and not paying you, or you not getting anything out of the interaction. Well, there's two things to that. Number one, most of the time that's not going to happen, right? Because of that, the human law of if you do something nice for me, I'm going to give it back, right? I feel obligated to give it back. Okay. Now that's the first thing. And that's like one of the most powerful human laws, right? So most of the time they're not going to run away because they feel obliged to give something back to you. That's, meaning, let's book in a call with this person or whatever it may be, for your agency, let's schedule in a call. And even if they did run away, number two, even if they did run away, there's kind of two new paths that stem from that, right? If they run away with the information and they start to action on it. Number one, what's going to happen is that they're going to realize there's a lot more to it, right? I'm talking about videos stemming from like 10 to 60 minutes, right? That's kind of the range I'm talking about for your content. Now, you may think 60 minutes of me kind of just giving away the farm, that's crazy, but it's really not. Right? You guys know if you've got clients, you're running ads for clients and whatnot, you know that there's a lot more that goes into the back end than anything that you could ever cover in a 60-minute video. There's so many moving parts. There's so many, if this happens, then you need to do that. But then if that happens over there, then there's so many moving parts. There's no way that they're going to be able to get the absolute best physical results that they could ever get just from watching a 10-minute video of you going through, even if you was to give away the farm on copywriting, for example, or how to scale without, things breaking. I literally had a sales call last night with a brand doing around 15 million a year. And their biggest issue was scaling whilst maintaining a healthy ROAS. They were getting around a 4 ROAS. And, that was their biggest issue. So I really kind of just gave away the farm, right? I ended up getting a second follow-up call schedule because obviously it's a bigger brand, right? So it's a bit longer of a sales process. But yeah, my point is that I kind of gave away the farm, but I only did it on scaling. There's still so many other aspects that come into getting good results. Testing, copywriting, creatives, right? Just to name a few, audiences, back-end email marketing, conversion rates on the webs. There's so many areas. So my point is, even if they do run away, oftentimes they're going to realize there's a lot more to it and they're going to come back because they seriously do value that piece of content that you gave them or those insights that you provided them with, and they're going to book in a call. Conversely though, even if they do run away, right, this is like, I was talking about there's two paths. The other path, even if they do walk away and they do implement on exactly what you said, and they start to see amazing results, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen in that instance? Like, you're going to make them money, right? You've literally made them whatever the results is that they're generating with it. Maybe it's, even if it's like 5,000 a month extra profit that they get to pocket at the end of each month as a byproduct of implementing on those actionable insights that you provided them with. You've given them $5,000 a month, $60,000 a year profit, right? Just from them watching a 20, 30, 50, 60-minute video of yours, 10-minute video of yours, whatever it is. What do you think's gonna happen? They're instantly gonna think, oh my gosh, this person is making us 60,000 a year's profit more as a byproduct of us consuming that one 20-minute video, that one 30-minute video. What do you think's gonna happen? They're gonna come straight back to you. They're gonna book in a call because they're going to be eager to work with you. That's probably best case scenario, right? At that point, they're already sold. You've already made them ridiculous amount of money from free content. Okay, so really any route that they go down, whether it's they run away and they can't implement on it, whether they run away and they do implement on it, or whether they don't and they just book in a call, any route that they go down, it's all funnels back to the one goal of of us getting, more calls booked, more sales calls booked, and obviously ultimately signing more clients. It all funnels back to that point, which is why content marketing is so good. Now, the final reason that I want to touch on before I delve deep and really show you behind the scenes just how ridiculously powerful this is to sign clients is it eliminates sales. And this is one of the best things that really comes from content marketing. It eliminates sales. You do not need to sell prospects anymore. Again, going back to the sales call that I had last night, my time at least at the point of recording this video, I didn't sell them. I literally didn't sell them. And they came through, this was actually a client who came through outbound prospecting, right? So email outreach through our email funnel. So technically they're a completely cold prospect, but because we have this funnel set up, and again, I don't want to go too deep into that because that's Centurion Agency, right? That's the higher level program of taking your agency from around the 10,000 a month mark to 100,000 a month, right? But there's a funnel in the back end, and really what, a part of that funnel, a slither of that funnel is embedded with content marketing, with content. And this specific prospect consumed that content and they were already sold. They were literally already sold. So then when I got on the sales call and I provided them even more value about the scaling issue that I talked about before, I showed them really how you can just break through that glass ceiling and scale what's maintaining ROAS. Right? Once they were coupled with all that information, they were like, oh my gosh, we've got all of this stuff for free. Now we kind of know how to go about scaling. Wow, this is amazing. Imagine what it's going to be like to work with this agency, right? With these guys. And that's what content marketing does. It eliminates sales. You don't really need to do any sort of sales tactics. You don't really need to go through a sales script or anything like that. Although I do still always recommend a sales script so that you stay on task. But I like, guys, honestly, when you couple this pre-selling, right? Doing all the heavy lifting before the call, that everything's automated, and then you get on a call and you got a lethal sales script. Like, as I say, within the Inside Centurion Agency, I give just a ridiculous sales script. Like, your conversion rate could be 100%, but you're not going to make them 100%, right? You're going to charge a lot higher so that it drops it down to around 40-50%, but you could very easily close 100% of clients on like an average of like 3,000-4,000 a month retainer. It's very, very, very easy. So with that being said, I wanted to just make sure that you understand the power of content marketing, why it works so well. And now I want to walk you through the back end of this YouTube channel and really show you like how scalable this is, and also the agency side and a bit of the content that I'm doing on that side as well. So this is the obviously behind the scenes of this YouTube channel that you're watching now. I know it's not the agency, but the exact same concepts apply. Okay, the exact same concepts apply. So this is, as I say, behind the scenes of this YouTube channel. This is the analytics, and this is really what I want to show you, right? Obviously, you can see everything here, right? You can see the revenue in the last 28 days. It's very, very, very small amount, but and that's not really that important. I want to show you the numbers, right? The analytics side of it, because you got to remember, right? We run an agency, and when we're signing clients on board for, 4,000 a month, 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month. So you don't need that many clients to get to 100,000 a month agency, right? 100K MRR, you do not need that many clients. And when you kind of compare the amount of clients that you need with the amount of views that I'm getting on this YouTube channel, which is something that you could very easily replicate with your agency, right? Through content marketing, creating valuable and actionable videos for a certain type of audience, right? A clearly defined audience. That audience ought to be your ideal customer, okay, or ideal client, I should say. When you compare the two, you start to realize how scalable this really, really is. And I also want to mention this, everything that you see on the screen right here is entirely organic. I've never ran an ad to this YouTube channel. That's at the point of recording, right? If you're watching this in maybe a month, 2 months, you will see that I am running ads because that's where I'm going to start to really invest a lot into YouTube ads in the coming couple weeks. But up until this point, all these numbers are entirely organic. 37,500 views in the last 28 days, right? You can see here, which is ridiculous. All right, which is absolutely ridiculous. If you could generate these numbers for an agency, right? 37,500, or this is entire views. So maybe some people are watching twice. So even if we say 10,000 views, right, in 28 days, 10,000 views. That's 10,000 people opting into your content, watching your content on a daily basis or a fortnightly basis or a weekly basis, whatever it is, right? And they're consuming that content and they're being sold to subtly. And the way that they're being sold to is via the way that you structure the videos and what you go through. And that's what I'm going to go through here at the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create these videos that actually convert, right? Now, I also want to show you, so that's what I want to show you, right? This is in the last 28 days, okay? I'm gonna go to lifetime here. You're gonna see everything, but that is completely fine. Estimated revenue, it's a very, very, very small number. Okay, 6,500, there you go. But yeah, look, right? This channel over its lifetime has gotten 293,000 views, right? Completely organic. This will be well over 1 million very, very soon when we start to, as I say, in the coming weeks, we're going to start to really ramp up with paid traffic. However, you know, 300,000 views, and it's entirely people who, it's entirely filled with people who is inside of that ideal audience, which again, it is why it works so tremendously well, right? If we go into the reach here, okay, look, perfect example again, right? 4.2 million impressions. Now, obviously, impressions, that's not individual unique visitors, so it's not like 4.2 million people. That's, you know, the same people over and over again, or possibly, you know, it could be like 1 million people 4.2 times, right? And then obviously, as I say, with the views, 293,000. Absolutely insane. And that's just because, or that's just based off the back of content marketing, right? Now, I also want to show you a more of an agency specific example. So this is a ClickFunnels group, okay, on Facebook. And here's again some content, right? This isn't the typical video content, but it's still content, right? It's still very much long form copy, okay? You can see here, right? Like it's very long form copy. It does a lot of selling, okay? That's actually a shorter one. But look at the numbers here, right? 155 likes, right? Likes, love hearts, wows. You know, this is people who absolutely are just adoring the content, right? And 47 comments, okay? 106 likes, 29 comments, 136, 95 comments, 131, 31 comments, 128 likes, 62 comments. And this is me just basically going directly to the source. I know that everybody in, or you know, a lot of people inside of the ClickFunnels group are gonna be a pretty good client. So I go to that source and I create content for that specifically defined group, right? Slash audience. And it's content that's genuinely useful. Look at how many people are loving the content, right? They absolutely love it because it's valuable and it's useful. I mean, look at this post right here, right? It's huge, right? But people are absolutely loving it. People consuming the entire post. Right? If you go to here, 131 likes, 31 comments. People are actually loving it. Look, one of the best posts I've ever seen. Right? Excellent, bro. Amazing the numbers you got there. Thanks for sharing. I also just tagged this post with the topic Facebook advertising. Feel free to use our topic post, right? So this is an admin, okay? This is an admin who's literally just tagged the post with Facebook advertising because they absolutely loved it, right? This is the same admin person. The king is back, right? ADK, how the hell you get that ROAS? So obviously there's a mixture of comments, but you can see people are absolutely loving it because they're finding value and they're finding it useful. So this is what you need. This is the route that you need to start going down with your agency. Why? Because no other agency out there is doing this. Nobody else is doing this. You search this on Instagram, on YouTube, right? And this is going to be the only video that you see on content marketing for ramping up your agency. It's going to be the only other video. Nobody's talking about this because nobody knows how to do it correctly. That's the issue, okay? Now, again, if we go onto my my agency website here, all right, you can see, look at all this content, right? Look at all this content. Now, this here isn't specifically content, but this is, right, our three-pronged process. I literally kind of detail how we get results that we do. Right? I show explicitly exactly what we're doing, right? Going to market. I give them the entire funnel, right? I show results, ramping to the M's. I show obviously case studies. Obviously, there's always a CTA to book in a call, which is just this page here. Again, if you're inside a center and agency, you get this entire sales funnel. You get everything, right? Obviously, all the back end retargeting, which is how we get our 20 to 50 touch points in, which is required to turn a entirely cold prospect into a paying client, okay? And we do that through, you know, retargeting. We got obviously the Facebook pixel installed, we got the Google Tag Manager installed, all that type of stuff, right? But then look at this, right? So we got a case study, 5 million in 12 months, okay? And basically, right, how we add an extra 1 to 5 million ARR to our e-commerce clients' bottom line in 3 months or less using our three-pronged advertising system, right? Utility right here, using our three-pronged advertising system. In this video, I give away that entire system. Utility, I'm giving away the farm, right? If we look at the length of this video, okay, it's 1 hour and 2 minutes. right, of me just literally giving away the entire farm. And then I even go down a bit deeper into, the written side of it, okay? So firstly, ramping is a brain surgery and it can be achieved profitably in 3 months or less, okay? And I kind of go through a bit of a written sales letter, okay? And again, I'm just giving away the farm, right? I'm literally giving everything away. And this is why this is so powerful, because people read this, my ideal clients read this, okay? And they're like, wow, if this is that valuable, this is actually going to help us get better results. Imagine what it's going to be like to work with these guys, right? With this agency. Look, I give away the entire funnel, okay? And again, right, I just keep going and going and going, and then I back it up with unequivocal proof. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Again, which is why this works so tremendously well. And also, it's this is how we turn basically a complete cold prospect who comes through outbound prospecting, never heard of us. We do it in an indirect way with outreach, because you don't want to, reach out to people and then tell them to go opt into this or opt into that. And again, that's high level stuff. However, we get people who are completely cold. We get them to this page. This has got an hour-long video and it's got all this written sales letter content, and this turns them into a warm prospect, into a warm, almost an inbound lead. Right? We now have the ability to turn somebody who's completely cold into an inbound lead. And when you can do that, when you can create demand for your service and you can back it up with unequivocal proof, which produces utter certainty in your clients, right? And you can literally turn that on, literally as you would a tap, right? You can just turn it on and you create demand, right? That's when growth, getting to 100K a month, getting to 50K a month, getting to 20K a month, getting to a couple mil a year, that's when that becomes very, very easy, because you just turn it on. And all you need to do then at that point is just ensure that your infrastructure in the back end is there. So this video kind of went through a bit of everything. I started off with a video of content marketing, kind of delved into the sales process aspect of it and kind of the more advanced stuff. I think this stuff just doesn't get talked about on YouTube. It's all about how to get your first client with email outreach. And that's very, very good content, because it's going to help you get your kind of start in the agency space and get your first clients under your belt and whatnot. But I know a lot of people watch my videos who are already making 5, 10, 15K a month, and get, email outreach just doesn't cut it for you anymore. It just doesn't give you the value. And again, I'm all about value and utility on this channel. Hence exactly what I've just gone through. It works tremendously well, okay? It works tremendously well. And really, that's what you need to start doing for your agency, as I say, because it follows one of the most powerful human laws, okay? So, in order to sign a client, if you're leveraging one of the most powerful human laws in nature, right, you're probably going to sign a couple clients, okay? That's the first thing. Second thing, nobody's doing it. No other agency out there is doing this stuff. No other agency is doing it. So by you implementing on this and doing it to a high degree, you're going to get a lot of interest, because you're just different. If you do what everybody else is doing all the time, you're doing the same stuff over and over and over again, you're not going to get the best results. You're just going to get the same results as everybody else, okay? So overall, and the other thing that this does, just to top it off, is it eliminates sales. You will literally no longer need to sell. And if you do have an amazingly powerful sales script as well on top of this, forget it, it's game over, okay? So I hope you found value in this video. I hope it enables you to increase your client close rates from an inbound perspective, like a lead gen perspective, and also actually help you close clients a lot easier as well, because it's all the heavy lifting is done before the call. So once you get on the call, you just kind of need to go through your logistics and lock in the deal, right? So I hope you found value as always. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. It massively helps out obviously the channel itself, and it also enables me to make more content like this, because I know what you guys like and what you don't like. So if you enjoyed it, make sure you smash the like button. I'll make more content surrounding this topic. And with that being said, I will see you inside the next video.